Welcome to MQuest TV and part 2 of our interview with Liz Marotti, intuitive artist, and our subject is art and the psychic connection. Early on in your, when you were growing up, did you have, even at that point, like paranormal psychic experiences that somehow pushed you into this path?
My childhood, I was a very lonely kid. Very lonely. Like, I don't think I had any real friends until I was maybe 22 or 23 years old. Like, I mean, literally days on days of spending time in my room. And I find that when it comes to meditation and things like that, a lot of people, they don't do it because they don't have the option to. For me, it was always available. And so psychic abilities are just bound to happen. And I never realized that I had any kind of intuition. In my mind, it wasn't intuition. It was just, you get a gut feeling. When I was 8 years old, I did have like a serious paranormal experience.
Okay.
With a ghost. That was freaky. That one was...
That's worth mentioning. So what happened? What happened?
Oh my God. My family owned a house in Acton, Maine.
Right.
And there was a house that they said was haunted. And my aunt was into paranormal stuff. My mother not so much, but my aunt was, so we went to this house to go see it. I was only 8 years old, so I didn't know that it was a haunted house. I was going to see the kittens. There were kittens in that house. There really were little, like, I guess a cat ran in there and made babies.
Yeah.
The house was like completely abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it'll have old furniture and bathtubs and things? And I was in the bathroom with these cats, and the cats had given birth in the bathtub. So I was like all in these kittens, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a mirror because it was a bathroom. It was an old bathroom. And in the mirror, I saw a girl standing behind me. And I ran like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran out. But I mean, I've been afraid of mirrors since I was even younger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Even younger. Because I mean, I can remember being 4 or 5 years old and not wanting to sleep in my room because of all the mirrors. And I ran to this other lady's house that I knew. She lived nearby this haunted house. She was the one who told my family to go there. And I ran there without anybody. I was 8 years old, so you could only imagine. My mother must have had a panic attack. And it turns out that a girl got pregnant by a traveling salesman in that house.
Oh.
And she hung herself.
Oh boy.
And that's the girl that I must have seen.
Yeah.
What they said. Like, oh yeah, you're not the only one.
I always felt like there's some sort of an intuitive connection between the psychic and your art. Especially when you're in that zone, and you're just like, you feel like you're almost like walking across a threshold, and you're just like, you're getting messages from another realm practically, and whatever you're getting is going to be put onto the canvas. I mean, what are you personally experiencing when you're going through that yourself?
It's being in the zone. What happens is, and I mean, I love doing tarot card reading. I do. But I feel like the paintings are really what makes me me. And it's really where my spirit speaks the most. You know, all the stuff that's going on with Eric Garner and Michael Brown, and I'm not very happy about it. I don't know if you know this, but I've been arrested before.
Okay.
Like,
is this part of your resume? Like, should I know?
It is. It is, because it's very important that people know.
Okay.
So, you know what it is? I got arrested for art. Like, it's issues of being an artist. If you ever wanted to, I did documentaries on it because I was so upset. At first, I was an outraged artist that it was happening to other artists. But then it became me next. This is Justice right now, and she's killing herself. And it's the whole idea of what's going on right now. I feel like our criminal system, our everything is kind of committing suicide right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally killing themselves. You see it in the news because they're overzealous with their power.
Right.
And so since the scales are tilted, if you look, the scales are not level anymore. It's skewed. And that's what's making her to the point where she's gone. You see how her skirt becomes the river?
Yeah, I see.
Because what it is that Isis cried the Nile River. This is from my old collection.
Oh, that's nice.
And back then I was a lot more verbal with it. You know, lately it's been different. Like, everything feels like colors and things like that. It doesn't, things don't feel as wordy as they used to. Like my art, I'm having a hard time like using words when it comes to art. You know what I mean? But back then I used to write a lot. So this one says, allow your soul to speak and listen to it. My dreams are vivid, love. And then fall into your own delusions. There are dimensions beyond ours that it's not really, you can't really describe it. The planets, pink sands and purple skies. And there are things in, like, that's the thing too, like, I want to understand that, how people are able to talk to spirit. Because spirit, I've never, like, I mean, I don't hear spirit talk in words, ever. Right. And I feel like English is such a primitive language.
I don't think they would, I guess we use words. I mean, if they had to, they perhaps would try to accommodate us, but they would probably most likely use thought more so than, you know, than words, because words only have as much importance as it does here, you know, and you can't use it for a lot of the concepts that they would share with us. Thank you for watching MQuest TV. There'll be many more segments coming up, so check back regularly. In the meantime, please visit MQuestMedia.com. Check out our articles, special events, and our upcoming Hidden Mysteries Blog Talk Radio segment.